If your business needs working capital, and you have ever been tempted by a fast cash advance, stop. Because the SBA just built a simpler line of credit that can do the same job for a fraction of the cost. And this video shows you how it works. The SBA just fixed the single biggest problem with getting a business line of credit. For years, its working capital programs were such a maze that most lenders would not offer them, pushing owners straight into expensive advances. Did you know there is now an SBA line of credit where you only pay for the money while you are actually using it? Did you know it can run up to $5 million and be backed by your unpaid invoices and your inventory? $5 million. That is the ceiling on the SBA's new working capital line, and it was built to replace the expensive, dangerous funding too many owners get stuck with. It is called the 7A Working Capital Pilot. The SBA created it because owners needed simple, affordable lines of credit, and the old options were too complicated to use. On the smaller lines, the government now backs up to 85% of the loan, so lenders are far more willing to say yes. By the end of this video, you will know the 4 things that make this line different, why it is the real alternative to a cash advance, and the 3 moves to get it. Stay to minute 4 for the fee trick that makes an unused line cost you almost nothing. So here is what this actually is. A line of credit is the most flexible way to handle working capital because you draw money only when you need it and pay interest only on what you use. The problem was never the idea. It was that the SBA's old programs were a tangle of rules that lenders avoided. The Working Capital Pilot pulls the best features into one simpler product. A monitored line, up to $5 million, that you can borrow against your receivables and inventory. Read this part twice. This is the difference between a tool and a trap. A cash advance pulls a fixed amount out of your account every single day, no matter what you earned, at rates that can run into the hundreds of percent. This line charges interest only on what you draw, with normal protections and SBA oversight behind it. Here are the 4 things that set this line apart. 1. You pay for what you use. The fee is charged for the time the line is actually in use, and interest only hits the money you have drawn. So an open line you are not tapping costs you almost nothing. 2. It can be backed by your invoices and inventory. You do not necessarily need a building or hard collateral. The money your customers already owe you can support the line. 3. It scales. It runs up to $5 million, far beyond a typical small business line, and it can grow with you as your sales grow. 4. The SBA guarantees a big share. On the smaller lines, the government backs up to 85%, which takes risk off the lender and makes approval far more realistic for a normal business. And here is the part that should make you stop the video. Most owners trapped in a merchant cash advance never knew this existed. They needed money fast, the advance was easy, and nobody told them an SBA line could do the same job without the daily debits and crushing rates. Put the 2 side by side. The advance takes a set amount every day whether you made a sale or not, and a missed payment can freeze your accounts. The line lets you draw when you need it and repay as cash comes in. One drains you, the other works for you. Here is the move nobody teaches. This line can do something special. It can fund a project before you have earned the revenue, so you can take on a contract bigger than your current cash flow, and it can graduate you up from a small SBA express loan into a larger facility as you grow. Quick reset for anyone just jumping in. The SBA built a simpler line of credit, the Working Capital Pilot, up to $5 million, backed by your invoices and inventory, where you only pay for what you use. Here is exactly how to get it. Before I show you the 3 moves, let me give you the 1 rule that keeps you out of expensive money for good. Quick favor: if this is the first video that showed you there is a real alternative to a cash advance, hit that like button and drop a comment below. I read every single comment and reply personally. Share this with any business owner who needs working capital. And don't forget to subscribe. We put out several new videos every week. Drop a comment. Have you ever used a business line of credit? Yes or no? I want to see how many of you already use one. Okay, here is exactly how to get it. 3 moves. Move 1. Ask for it by name before you ever sign an advance. The single most important step is simply knowing it exists. Before you take any fast cash, ask a lender about the working capital pilot and whether you qualify. The owners who get trapped in advances are the ones who never asked. Watch this part carefully. Here is that fee trick. Because the fee is tied to the time the line is in use. An open line you are not drawing on costs you almost nothing. That is the exact opposite of an advance, where the meter runs every single day from the moment you sign. Move 2. Get your financials clean and current. This is a monitored line, so the lender will want timely financial statements, agings of your receivables and payables, and inventory reports. That sounds like a hurdle, but it is your advantage. The cleaner your numbers, the faster you get approved and the more you can borrow. Most channels miss this. The program is aimed at businesses with about a year or more of operating history and solid books, slightly more established than a brand new startup. If that is not you yet, this becomes your target. Build clean financials now so you qualify the moment you need it. Move 3. Use Lender Match to find a lender that actually offers it. Not every SBA lender has rolled this out, so do not give up after one no. Use the SBA's Lender Match tool to connect with participating lenders and ask specifically for the working capital pilot. The right lender plus clean books is the whole game. Let me bring it all together. The SBA built a simpler line of credit, the working capital pilot. It runs up to $5 million. It can be backed by your invoices and inventory. The government guarantees a big share, and you only pay for what you use. It is the legitimate alternative to a predatory advance. The one rule that beats all of it. Before you take expensive money, ask about the SBA working capital pilot. A line of credit is a tool, an advance is a trap. Ask for the program by name, keep your financials clean, and find a lender who offers it. That is how you fund your business without mortgaging its future. Here is what to do this week. Pull your last 12 months of financials into one place and run the SBA Lender Match tool to find a participating lender. 10 minutes this week could line up affordable working capital before you ever consider a cash advance. One last thing before you click off. And while you are getting your funding in order, there is a new IRS rule that just changed how you report what you pay your contractors, and getting it wrong can cost you. I break it down in the next video. If this video helped you, please give it a like and leave a comment. I read every comment and reply personally. Send this to any business owner weighing a cash advance, and make sure you subscribe because we put out several new videos a week, all free. And the next video you should watch is the new IRS rule that just changed who you have to report paying. Subscribe so you don't miss it. See you there.